Okay, I got everything set up, ready to go. So let's, you guys there? Put your headphones on, Robert. What's, oh, wait. I keep hearing weird sound. Let's do a sound check real quick.
Okay, my name is Robert Hanson.
You sound good. I can hear you. Okay, so you there, V? Not yet. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead when I do the countdown. Like before, I'll do the countdown. You come out, you do your introduction. After you do your introduction, you welcome everybody to the show and introduce V and me on your show too. And then, whenever, if you want to, I can read the topic out for you, or you can do it yourself. Just take off whichever way you want to do it, okay?
Okay, what did you put down as a topic?
You said you wanted to talk about aliens, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so before I start the recording and everything, let me pull up. And
Did you get that some of that information about um where or like Russia, the area where the
well, no, I didn't get none of that. But
okay.
now, go ahead and let me do the countdown, and I'll hit record, and you come out with your introduction, and you welcome everybody to the show, and go from there. Okay.
All right.
So let me do the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Now.
Hi, how you everyone doing? My name is Robert Hanson, and for Roger Hanson to be here and V, I'm happy to see all of you. And please let me know how you see it as where you're from and all that. And the story of it would be is about the aliens and the things that what goes on. Perfect example. Okay. Back in night like 19 well there there
Do you want me to read the thing for you?
yeah.
Okay. I pulled this from, did a UFO crash near Kingman, Arizona, and it goes. Um, what it basically is it centers on the 1953 Kingman, Arizona UFO incident, which UFO historians and show ancient aliens directly linked to the Harry nuclear test that detonated at Yucca Flats, Nevada, part of Operation Upshot Knothole, on May 19th, 1953. Now, the detonation, like I said, was on May the 19th, 1953, where the Atomic Energy Commission detonated a 15 kiloton nuclear device at the Yucca Flat site in Nevada. Now, the UAP dogfight is what immediately followed the test, where witnesses and historical researchers reported a fleet of 8 flying saucer type craft engaged in a mysterious dogfight in the skies across the state line near Kingman, Arizona. And that's about or that's a few miles south of the nuclear test site. Now, according to government records and local lore, they suggest 3 unknown craft went down. One was incinerated in a mountain crash. One crash landed near a reservoir, and the third made a pristine scratch-free landing in the desert. Now, on between May the 21st and the 22nd of 1953, it was said that government officials secretly assembled a team of about 40 scientists and engineers. They were transported secretly from Indiana Springs, now Creech Air Force Base in Nevada, to the Kingman Desert. Now, witnesses like engineer Arthur Stansel later reported examining a 40-foot diameter teardrop-shaped craft. Inside or along the craft, military personnel also reportedly secured the bodies of 2 to 4 2 to 4 human-like extraterrestrial entities that were roughly 4 foot tall, wearing metallic suits. After that, the intact disc-shaped craft was placed on a cradle atop a M25 tank transporter. According to UFO lore, it was secretly taken to Groom Lake in the Nevada desert, establishing the early footprint of what would become Area 51. Now, in UFO circles, this event spawned decades of speculation, including stories of an alleged alien entity named J-Rod, who was kept at Area 51 and was able to help scientists reverse engineer the 1953 spacecraft. So that was the story that I pulled up that you had me pull together. So there you go.
And like the metal suits that they're talking about, would I thinking that it would be like for gravity, where the machines, the machine flies the way it does, it has an ability to keeps the person from getting crushed by the gravity inside of the aircraft. Makes a bubble for them where the outside gets inertia, but the inside protects the pilot, keeps the body temperature, the operation of the person intact, and abilities to where when the pilot thinks, it reacts, the ship does. Like magnetic pulse, where the aircraft has that ability to where it matches, synchronizes with the magnetic of Earth, and it uses it, the mobility to move and to climb as high as it does and as fast. And they have the thing of where it's out in there that has a cloaking device built into with it that can mess with camera's eye and the cloak of it. And but yeah, that's what I was with the ship, with all of its abilities. they were showing the they were showing the layers of minerals on this piece of from the craft. And well, there's another type of alien that has a lot to do with it too. They look like humans. They do. They pass off as a perfect human. And what better way of doing it as walking into ill areas and all that, where you're not noticeable, and you got that armor suit that got ability to cloak, you make you invisible, protects you in all ways, weather and all that, and but then they have they are like what you would call, they could be the man in black because they don't blink. The abilities of them, like they're from over, men in black goes over, they're from other national countries say that they have the man in black over there as well. And Ireland, or I forget what country, they got handheld radar. They do, where they can sit there and know what airplane is commercial or regular, and they can pick out with the things of with alien craft or not. That's pretty good. And then, like with alien, well, alien, small guys, grays. I think that them two probably could have problems because one looking for ways of propaganda, making for children, and they do have a way if they got organs, sexual organs, they do that they might get the two have to fight one another for survival to keep one from propaganda from the other. During that time, it was in India. The ant people took in people during that time into the large cavern under the ground, where I think was an ice age, but the people that looked like humans, but they're aliens. They were part of the group as well that was under there as well, and to hide themselves from the Greys. The abilities of theirs, and like perfect example during this time, the black satellite, black man, I forget the name of it, in space, is probably there as well for communications, time travel, abilities to where it helps with regulating, keeps them up on data, and where they know where the graves are at near them or what. Plus to check out and to verify what's going on in weather and they were they help in both ways of they keep they do not they're part of the groups of the 20 groups of aliens that comes to Earth. They like the Greys. They could have an easier way to have children if they wanted to. We in today's time have a device, 3D printer for tissue. It's gotten to the point where you can grow certain type of organs and all that. What not saying it's possible that you take what type of what the material that you got to have to manufacture the egg, a female egg, uterus, and all that, and those type of blood. That's another reason why they take the blood as well too, is to check best quality of the blood for the DNA construction of tissue, and they can have a way of doing it the same way too for a male to find out what is the to make sperm, what is the qualification, what do you need for fuel, chemicals or whatever for the process to manufacture to where, and you have a way of introducing the two to manufacture in both, but like in the bag, and would be a way to where Greys would have a way to take the DNA of a person that they grow the body parts and all that from the DNA from 3D printer from the plasma, and the same thing with the male body organs as well too. They take and they want to understand the human brain, if for the brain to work and to work with all of it. That's probably why. And they like what happened. And the Black Knight is the satellite in space that helps them with doing a wide variety of things. And cameras has had problems with the taking a picture or even filming it, because at times, if they want to block it, they can mess the layout of what the picture, make it look scrambled, alter it by making it altered the way it goes around the ship. And positive and negative, it's like, and yeah, it makes you wonder what else. And when they talk about the ships and all that, about all these types of ships and all that, well, there's like, I forget, Australia has one military base. It was where it fixes airplanes, but now it's for a whole lot more. It's Australia and the US runs both. They both run it together, and it's specified. They think it's one of the, like an Area 51 situation. Same thing with there's like 3 to 4 others as well of bases. And there's another one came close. It matches to this one here, where the flying saucer, well, it's one that hit the windmill at this one farm. It went all over the farm, it did. And the people that lived there collected up all the parts and dumped it up into the well, sealed it up and all that. And then it was the alien was buried in the cemetery in town. So far, they haven't found it, but it's hard to say. But circumstances and the unknown is pretty unknown. It's weird. And look at, like in Russia, the places where this one group went to check it out. And soon after they got there, about 1 or 2 days, they all started getting sick, getting radiation poisoning from the area. People told not to go there because people have gotten sick in the past from going there. They found these like domes. They're thinking that they're some kind of weapons from the aliens. And it picks, but from each one of them, radiation comes from it. And they do not know from when all this, however it happened, but people have came up, passed away, and died there. And like that, but with new things that's coming up with the U.S., where they're wanting to eliminate the thing of using metals, but they're coming up with a new way of processing corn and fruits and that, to where they can make it like radio parts, like the outer side of it. Instead of using plastic for the outside, they can use like beans chop, do a process on it, and use it for parts like that. And they're coming out with all sorts of new ideals. And that metal suit and all that, it probably has a wide variety of different uses. Like we have the type of metal that the U.S. has, is where when a bullet goes through the metal, it goes through, but the metal reseals itself back up. It could be working that same direction. And we got a thing where it shows a picture of outside. Like if you stand in front of the open door, what you see outside is the same as what you're seeing through the fabric as well. And that's, they got all different other things like that, where there's got a cloak where you can put it right over your, and it completely covers you. You don't see the person at all. Completely coat disappear. But with all the new things that they're coming out with, as medical and sea life, They're even thinking that pot with in the ocean, flying saucer, UV, flying saucers coming from it as well. And there's Russia, the UK, Norway, that they were showing that over this one little town that has a thing of like opening a portal there, and something went through it from Norway. It's hard to say, but it would be a thing to find out. And with each thing, a new type of technology and all that, and the way each thing gets how it gets handled. Okay, that would be it.
So are you done?
Yeah.
All right.
I probably didn't do very good. I know I didn't do very good.
Well, before you end it, you're going to have to say your ending.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to end it and
Okay.
say thank you for
being here. If you like it, respond. Thumbs up or thumbs down. And give
like, subscribe.
And subscribe to the station, to the channel. And if, like Roger, how if people wants to talk to you or whatever, how we do it, how we set it up, or
yeah, you can find me at minds.com at Roger_Hanson. You can also find me on X, Roger Hanson at ROGLOL1973. I'm also on The Wonderful World of Weirdness, which is on YouTube and on Rumble. I also have Strange Stories, which is on YouTube, and it's a group on minds.com that you can find us at. If you want to contact me or Robert, you can find us at my Element Matrix account, which is Roger's Hangout, and also on Discord at The Wonderful World of Weirdness. That's all I got.
Well, thank you. And you ladies and gentlemen, listening to it, you have a very happy day. Thank you.